Yay, we're on now.
Okay,
Hello, this
good to
is
talk to you.
Jani from Finland, speaking from Stony
Yes,
Brook. So Jani, you
yes,
told me you wanted to connect with me about the opening session with Sivalam Thiagi. Or
yes.
how was it?
It was really interesting. It was a combination of, I would call stand-up comedy and improvised and interactive uh, question and answering, questions from the audience and Thiagi answering. It was totally different what I expected it to be, but it was purely entertaining, that I would
Okay.
say.
So what did you expect?
I'm a facilitator, and I have a couple of idols from here. The Thiagi being one of them, and I was maybe I was more look expecting something more. These other games, and this is how you use it, and well, technical, detail-oriented stuff more than this was more like a philosophical talk. I
Okay.
rather enjoyed it though.
So what is his philosophy on playful learning or improvised learning?
I think there were many quotes that I could steal. His approach is that I'm gonna look at my notes. I think I wrote a couple of them down, and first of all, when introducing play, it's about semantics. So where you introduce a group with an activity, you can use very different wording depending on who they are, how comfortable they are in playing.
Mm-hmm.
And a quote on that, I would argue that this resonates or should resonate with everything that has to do with work life, is that take serious things playfully and playful things seriously. I think that would make better groups, better teams, and better working life, in my
Yes,
mind.
absolutely. And you say he talked about semantics, so adjust your wordings according to the group you have. What kind of different
Yes.
wordings did he use?
Well, like we are not gonna be playing. I don't remember word by word. Somebody can probably comment on the YouTube that if you have notes from Thiagi's session, that he used very elaborate ways of hiding the word play, instead doing an activity or just start doing. So yeah. Well, maybe for us facilitators, that's a very natural thing to do, but that was a good reminder that, and I do share the ideology that the play should be in the center of everything.
Yes. What is something that you took away from this talk mostly?
Um, when I want to say when I grow up, I would say when I grow old, I would love to have the well of wisdom that he has.
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take for him to prepare for that talk that he gave? He had invisible slides, so he wasn't using any slides. I don't know how much he had a structure and how much he relied on the applied improv community to come up with questions and interactive elements. But when I grow old, I want to be able to harvest that kind of wisdom. So that's probably going to be my key takeaway from this plenary note.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so when we grow old, we have all the wisdom that he shares, or the wisdom that we gather during our lives as facilitators to share with others.
Personally, there's a saying in Finnish that back in the days when there was a village and you had a church, and the church bells were ringing. That was the time when you had to go to the church because everybody was supposed to go. And there's a saying that doesn't quite translate, at least I haven't found an English one, is that when you're situated somewhere where you can hear many church bells, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's a church bell now.
Great serendipity.
But, yeah, be situated in life somewhere where you can hear multiple church bells ringing. That's a kind of a metaphor for me, as a reminder that there is no one single book or one single philosophy to keep gathering the wisdom.
Yes. Nice. And what about this saying that the quote you just mentioned, like, let's take serious things playfully and playful things seriously.
Yes.
How would you explain that, looking at serious stuff happening in this world today?
That's a good question. Well, I would say that first it might be that I look inside, and am I taking serious things too seriously, or should I have a playful angle on it? The second of all, when we're doing things together, are we doing it the dull and boring and bureaucratic way, or is there an engaging, enriching, compassionate, inclusive way of doing it? And that's usually a playful way of doing things.
Yes.
Also, I feel that if I'm playful, I'm more open to hearing other people's ideas and beliefs and talk to them without prejudicing or being right and the other person being wrong, because in play you make up the rules when you go, and if no rules, that's fine also. So maybe playfulness might be a way to dialogue, and that might, I don't know if that answers your question. This was more
How did Thiagi take things playfully? Because you said it was also very humorous, almost stand-up comedian-like performance from him.
I estimate that it was about 300 people in the auditorium. That's my guess. And he still managed to talk to people, or talk to a person instead of a mass. So we were very aware that we were the audience and he was the presenter, but he still managed to keep the individual touch, humor, to be in the moment, bring back the things that were said by a person who just asked the question. And in general, he was playful when he was asking the questions.
How so?
Joking, well, sometimes joking about the person who asked, but joking with the person, acknowledging and hearing what he or she was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so role modeling his talk.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, anything else you wish to share about your experience so far?
Well, we are Homo ludent, the playful.
Yes,
which actually
I don't know if you know it, but it was a book by a Dutch guy somewhere in the 50s, I guess. Homo ludens.
Yeah, I didn't know that fact, but I was aware of the term. Yeah, but and maybe the good quote to end this would be that we are the smartest species because we play the most.
Okay.
So maybe that's a good one.
But if you play smart but play it dangerously, it could be dangerous as well.
Maybe, yeah.
Depends the type of play, but that's a whole different discussion.
Okay.
Yes.
It was a pleasure talking to you.
Yes,
Thank you, Anne-Marie.
too, Jani. And do have an awesome few days there in Stony Brook. Say hi to everybody. And
I will.
Yeah, talk to you soon.
Yeah, talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.